Okay, so this is going to be a rant about the big tech industry. So, to begin a rant, let me take you back to January 6th, 2021. That was the day of the Washington riots. Okay, so Donald Trump just got let out of office, and Donald Trump's supporters were saying, "Oh, it was rigged. He was actually elected. Just we need a recount," and they were getting real mad about it. And I guess Donald Trump was stirring some stuff up over Twitter, and there was a riot that happened. They busted into the House of Commons, I think it's called, and they they stole the Speaker of the House trophy or something, which was hilarious. We all laughed at that. But then what happened is Donald Trump got banned from Twitter, and that might not sound like a big deal, oh, somebody got banned from Twitter. It happens every now and then. Somebody gets banned. But it's actually a really big deal because these are really important, societally at least. These are really important platforms that Donald Trump had 80 million followers. And all of a sudden, that voice just silenced, dead in the night. It shows power of it shows too much power in the hands of too few. In this case, Jack D. I don't know his last name. Yeah, I I know that if we saw this from an economic perspective, like let's say there was one guy supplying all the food, and that person could make the price whatever they wanted, and if he didn't like you, he wouldn't give you food, then we would see that as a problem, right? So I don't know how we would solve this economically. From the food perspective, there would be a revolution, but this is Twitter. There's not really much of a Twitter revolution that's going to go on. And it makes sense economically, right? Like, Jack D owns the platform. Jack D can do whatever he wants with the platform. Sure, this makes sense economically, but maybe not societally, right? Uh, that's pretty much what I wanted to say about Twitter. But there was a good transition I had to Google and I lost it. So Google is kind of similar in that way that I'd say more than 50% of the people that search things on the internet search it through Google. And how Google works is you've got all these websites that exist in the internet, and then Google will give you web pages that match the search that you gave it. But what Google can do is say, "Oh, I don't want to give you that web page. That web page tells you things I don't want you to know." Is that happening? Maybe. Some say it is. I don't really think it's that bad yet. But what I do think is happening is echo chambers. So if I search why the earth is flat, then I'll get some results telling me why the earth is flat. And that's going to feed into my preconceived bias that the earth is flat. Similarly, if I do the opposite, I get opposite results, confirms my bias. And maybe it's not like a terrible thing yet. All I'm saying is it has the potential to be even worse than it already is, and maybe we shouldn't be trusting the computer as much as we do. Uh, Monopolies. These people have monopolies over their own platform. Like they are Jack D is lord and ruler over Twitter, and if you come to Twitter, then you are under Jack D's control in that place. And that's just what it is. That's called a monopoly. Uh, there are other platforms you can go to. You got Facebook, you got Instagram, but it's eh, see, that's the thing, right? It's not quite a monopoly if you look at other platforms, but who consumes those platforms? What's your target audience? And why are you on Twitter in the first place? I don't know. This has been a rant. I'm not happy with it. I probably won't post it, or maybe I will. I need rants in the EPs, so maybe I'll be able to edit this into something decent. Okay, that's the end of the video. Thank you. Bye bye.